Well, I'm not sure if it's politicized. Getting to understand, having a deeper insight now on the Midi People Store, it gives me a very different perspective of what it's about. And like, I'm happy that my brother here expounded on it more, and he also, through his statements, gave me more understanding, things that I took for granted. When you are with the president in Basse, in URR, in North Bank, in Midi People Store, I think that which happens behind the camera is more significant, more tense, more detailed than what you see on the camera. Like he said, he sits with the people, and he's a man who has patience. He'll sit from morning till night listening to people in and out, common people, normal people, Gambian citizens who will come, and not the Dr. Ceesay, not the Peter Gomez.
Me?
Like no citizens who will come, and he'll sit, he'll listen, he'll take his time and listen, and what he can solve, he solves. What he cannot solve, he finds a way to solve it, and he'll do this from morning to. And one day I told him, "What you can, I don't think I can. I don't think I have the patience to do."
Okay, then we'll never elect you president of this country.
No, because it made me.
I just said we will never elect you president of this country.
What I saw, to be honest, Peter, and I'm speaking with honesty, is the level of patience he has sitting from 10 a.m. when he was even on vacation, from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. listening in and out. People are queued outside waiting to tell him their problems, all sorts of problems, social problems, economic problems, school fees, you name it. And he listens to everyone. He has that time for every Gambian. So this, like Sang said, is an opportunity to also to interact with the people, to know exactly what they are thinking, what Lunyo Dunda.
Okay.
Senbi. It's very important. But before I just close, Peter, the Minister of Finance, has laid before the National Assembly.
I was coming to that. I was just going to say before you leave, I mean, the budget has been presented before the National Assembly, and it's already coming under heavy criticism.
Yes,
it started from within the National Assembly.
Indeed, I understand that, but I think let's look at the bigger picture. For the first time, I think in over 10 years, the budget deficit is 0.1% of GDP. It's nearly a balanced budget. Normally, we talk about the budget deficit. That is, what we expect in revenue far outweighs what our costs are. It means that our costs far outweigh what we expect in revenue. Like, for example, you have your KIR, and then your monthly revenue that comes in, income, is $10. But what you spend is $20. Your deficit is $10. Where do you get that money from? But for the first time in over a decade, the Minister of Finance and the government of the Republic of the Gambia has really exercised prudent fiscal gymnastics here, if I may use that term.
Gymnastics.
In the sense that now we have 0.1% of GDP is a budget. Almost $198 million is the deficit. That's almost a balanced budget. Within the EU, they aim for at least a 4 to 5%. That is what is accepted of a budget deficit, of GDP for budget deficit. In the Gambia here, we are doing 0.1%. And the overall budget is $52 billion for 2025. 37 billion is GLF, that is government local funds, and the rest will be sourced through loans and grants.
Fantastic. I'll be talking.
And finally, this budget is a pilot. It's called the program-based budgeting. That is, it focuses more on outputs than inputs. Inputs are what fuel and also operational issues, vehicles, spare parts. It focuses on more outputs, social services. It focuses more healthcare and healthcare services, education. So what we are doing now is to align MDA's budget to the National Development Plan. So that we focus more on output than inputs. And this is a pilot that we are doing, and this is what the focus is on now, on what we call the and also we're expecting the Gambia's economy to grow by 6% in 2025 from 5.2%. And the inflation has gone down from 18% to 9%. And the target by the central bank in the medium term is 5%. And this is a huge economic success considering global trends across the world.